make it. Oh, fuck.
At what point do we start?
I don't know. I think we should just start now. Just start now.
We'll start now. We'll cut out all the Bunnings talk.
Yeah.
Except you never see a hot chick working at Bunnings, eh?
Oh, I've seen a couple.
Not at our one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I had to go to a different Bunnings today because that one was out of stock.
would you have to buy? Like, what were they out of stock of? It's so rare Bunnings are out of stock.
Nah,
and
so
if they are, it's like there's 50 different types of that thing and the one you need is out of stock. Yeah.
Nah, so it's VJ cheating, which has been fucking hard to get a hold of for the last like year or so. So basically Nikita wanted to do like a feature wall, and she started off with, I think you might even have it at your house, because I was like, oh, that's so Ash and Katie. And Nikita's like, I'm not doing it then because we copy everything they do.
Like what?
You know where you do the paneling like halfway up the wall?
Oh,
do you have that?
Like that colonial
Yeah,
paneling?
yeah, you got that, don't you?
Yeah, but not VJ.
Nah. So this was before the VJ. So that's what she originally wanted to do. And then we went and bought all the timber and shit this morning. And then I stripped out the wall and she's looking at it and she's like, oh, I think I want VJ, because she originally wanted VJ and I talked her out of it because we've already got a VJ wall.
Oh, yeah.
And then she was like fucking adamant. And I'm like, I'm only doing it once, so whatever you want. So then I went to Bunnings. They didn't have some there. So then I had to go to Logan Home one.
Yeah.
Such a mission. That's actually a shit Bunnings. Have you ever been there?
The one near the Hyperdome?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like half the size.
Yeah, it's half the size. I needed like a...
it's like the size of Coles, but a Bunnings.
yeah,
What
basically.
the fuck?
Yeah, they don't have a garden area, which I don't normally go out there anyway, but it's good to know that it's there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the board, like the timber trolleys, where they're like the vertical ones. And you can put like sheets of board or lengths of timber in it.
Yeah.
I was like looking everywhere, and I went and asked this young chick, and she's just like, just said on her little walkie-talkie thing, she's like, can anyone see a timber trolley? And I'm just standing there waiting for a reply. And then like, I was legit standing next to her for maybe a minute and no one was responding to her. And she's like, she goes, do you want me to ask again? And I'm like, I'll just look.
Do you want me to continue doing my job?
It was
or
so uncomfortable. I didn't know what to fucking do.
But
the wall's done.
It looks good. Well, you still have to paint it, eh?
Yeah, but Nikita's painting it. I don't do painting.
You're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I got to paint my entire ceiling.
Oh, I fucking hate that. That was the two things after doing this place. I'll never paint or do tiling again.
I reckon I could do tiling. I feel like I didn't.
Have you done it?
I've tiled a splashback.
That's
like
probably not too bad.
And it's like subway tiles, so it's pretty forgiving.
Yeah, because we did our whole floor and it was just like being down on my knees all day.
Oh, yeah. I thought you'd be used to it. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Adrian? Oh.
I'm gonna sperm.
What the fuck? I forgot I had that on there.
I see you have my computer set up.
Yeah, so I had it set up last week and Adrian got here and he's like, I've got no fucking room. And he just,
really?
Yeah, put it on the floor.
What a pussy. I was going to say it's in the spot of like the only person who could use it would be him.
Yeah. Nah, so I think I'm going to build some extra shelves or something. But I need to try and like make it look decent on the battens.
I don't know. Like you don't have to do it. Chop it in half so it's like shallower.
Nah, because I think we need some like decorative shit anyway. Like, because my kids bought me that for Christmas because they wanted to put something in here.
The Dragon Ball Z thing.
Yeah, and I've just like, because like no one can see off camera, but behind the camera, it's just fucking.
It's the best part of the whole thing. It's the best part of the studio.
It's just like tall storage of. It's like we have our own bottle over here, and it's all not open. Most of it.
Damn.
I know. We really should open some of the like good bottles, hey?
Yeah, I've been like, I remember I committed to trying to finish the Absinthe
Yeah,
before the New Year's.
You've got one day.
I have one day, and I've got like an eighth of the way through, and that was in one night.
Yeah, I thought it was doable.
I reckon we easily could have done it. Like if you counted me how many podcasts we've done since then and now,
for sure,
definitely could have done it.
Plus, you had another like month sober stint, which didn't help our cause.
3 months.
Was it?
Yeah, I got another 12 coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Starting on the 1st of January.
1st of January, New Year's Eve.
I was
not going to drink.
I was thinking of doing January.
Just January?
Just January, yeah.
What?
I need to have a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, need a break from it.
Yeah, samesies.
It's
Yeah,
fucking-
I'm going to, like, do a few things. Like, I want to go hard this year, like, with it. Because usually it's just, like, one thing and it lasts a month if you're lucky. Until, like, the first weekend. And you're like, fuck it.
Yeah, I've never committed to, like, a resolution. I think we spoke about it. I don't like setting resolutions. So, like, the last week or so, because I sat down a couple of weeks and wrote down what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the last week or so, I've, like, started just trying to implement it, except for the drinking. I haven't drunk. I've been pretty, like, proud of myself. I haven't drunk at a show for 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a big effort.
That's pretty good. Well, I don't know, like when I used to do shows and shit, not stand up, but music stuff, having a single beer would fuck me.
Yeah, right.
Not fuck me, but it would fuck up my show because it's that first beer that gets you like tipsy and it's a bit lightheaded. And if I have it too quick before we go on stage, I get a bit like, oh God, and panicky and then I fuck up. But I can do it like if we start a show and I have a beer ready to go and I can start drinking while I play, I can do that.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I was always driving. I was always the cunt with all the gear.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I like worked it into a bit of a ritual, which fucked me. Because I like always had to have 2 beers before I got up. And it was like, if I get there and then realize I'm first on the lineup, I'm just slamming 2 beers straight away, just for no real reason other than I felt like I had to do it.
Yeah.
Or then if I'm like last on the lineup, then I've got to fucking have 1 beer when I get there to calm the nerves. And then like 2 people before me, like go get another one.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, I have figured it out. It's cool.
Trying to map your way here.
Wait, how do you auto lock? Trying to unlock my. Anyway.
What is auto lock?
My phone auto locks real quick, so I'll just be like
Yeah,
midway.
yeah.
It's just the settings change back to something where like it auto locks in 30 seconds and it's stuck on auto lock.
True.
So just like I don't know why it's figured it out. I figured it out, guys.
Thank God.
When you're on low battery mode, it auto locks in 30 seconds.
That's amazing. I'm glad we could figure that out live on the podcast.
And tune in next week when Ash figures out his passcode.
Can't wait for Adrian to review that one.
Oh, mate. I listened back to last week's episode, and it's the second one that for some reason Matt and I can't.
Yeah, it's a curse.
Yeah, it's a curse.
We spoke about that.
I can't get on the same episode as Matt. Maybe when I'm not here, it's like we get Matt to fill in. But
I don't know what it is. That just fucking coincidentally worked out again.
Yeah, I know. I know how Adrian feels when he listens back to us talk, and
I can imagine.
He's texting us midway through. I was like, at the end of a night of drinking at the pub, like on holidays at Magnetic Island, and my missus is asleep and the kids are asleep, and it's like 11:30 at night. I put my headphones in, and I'm just like, what the fuck? You just skipped over that topic. You didn't even talk about Shutter Island.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so easy to like fucking, I guess, review something that you're not part of. Because in here, everyone's just bouncing off each other. And it's like, fuck.
And when you mention one thing and then it triggers something in your head and you want to talk about that and you forget about talking about the first thing. Because like Matt was bringing up The Fourth Kind, that movie. And I remember watching that thing and fuck, that's a creepy movie.
Yeah, right.
And because I don't know if my dad told me to watch it or if I got it burnt off someone and then watched it with him.
Legally.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sweet.
Sorry, but, not burnt, but...
Burnt, like...
Yeah, and I remember watching it, but it was set up like the Blair Witch Project, that style.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Real footage, but it's fake footage sort of thing. And yeah, it was just it was a well done movie.
You'll never guess, but I've never seen the Blair Witch Project.
Seriously.
I've seen glimpses.
Yeah, it's not like it probably wouldn't hold up today because the hype of it was back then. It was such a new thing.
Yeah,
it was
for
like
sure.
Holy fuck.
Well, it's kind of on the same tangent, I guess. See, this is exactly it.
Yeah.
I went around to Mum's yesterday and she's like, I was cleaning out because they're basically somewhat still got my old room set up there. She's like, I was cleaning your room out. And I'm like, oh. And she's like, I found your old video camera. And I'm like,
oh, shit.
But there was nothing bad on there, but I just charged it up and I was like, fuck, like the random shit, like I'd be just like running around like recording trees and shit and I'm like, why did I think this was cool?
Back then with the video camera it was crazy.
I know. And like I must have just finished using it when Nikita and I started dating because I just had like, we're in the back seat of my parents' car, we must have been driving somewhere and I'm just recording her looking out the window and I'm just like, Nikita, just pissing her off. And she just snaps and like looks at me.
Smile at the camera, Charlie.
Yeah. And then it's just her giving the camera a death stare and just me giggling. And I'm like, why did I do that?
It's a go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, because back when, like, because my dad, he used to buy like the big VHS camcorder.
Yeah.
And like had the big flip out screen and you have to put a tape in there and
Yeah.
shit. And then you pull the little tape out to put into the bigger tape to put into your VHS. He had like all the gear all the time. Like he'd buy the best thing. And old footage of just them drunk partying and stuff.
Yeah.
And then it would just cut to like the next morning. He's sitting there just filming his foot and like zooming in on his foot and shit and like testing the zoom in.
Yeah.
Just random shit, eh?
There was so many videos of, I guess my dad must have like used it to record me when I used to play footy for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I played one of those videos back and it was just a video of me running. I'd just come off the bench onto the field. And I don't know like why I used to run this way, but Nikita's like, why are you running like that? And I'll get it for next week.
You get it?
I'll get it for next week and put it on the fucking, on the TV. It's so weird. I'm like, because I'm like flapping my arms in my chest like this. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know what I was doing. Just a target.
Yeah, old footage of just. I wish I could dig out the old like tapes of when I was little because my dad used to like have heaps of VHS tapes and shit. And the last one I watched was we're on holiday and I was probably like 4, and he was just zooming in on me pissing in the garden. And I remember watching it and everyone was like around when we were watching this tape and I was so embarrassed and I was like 15 when we were watching it and I'm like, oh my God, Dad, like I'm peeing in the garden. Like now, like I have a 3-year-old and he does that and it's so cute. All I want to do is film him. Yeah. And be like, ah.
Parker started pissing everywhere. Like,
oh really?
He'll just fucking, and he thinks it's like hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he just, I took something out to the backyard this afternoon, turn around and he's just at the back door like grinning at me. And I'm like, what are you doing? He just pulls his pants down and just starts pissing out the back door. And I'm like, fuck, at least like walk an extra 10 steps to the grass. Fucking making the pavers smell like piss.
Yeah, they don't understand that piss is gross yet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Today Josh was like, we're outside playing and there's like this big hibiscus tree right outside the patio. And whenever Josh gets home from daycare, he runs out to the front and he grabs a giant stick and he pretends it's Stickman.
Yeah.
And then we don't let him bring it in the house. But if he does bring it in the house, we say, take it outside and put it in the family tree, which is a part of the Stickman cartoon. Mm. So he jams it into the hibiscus branches. Anyway, today he's like, I got a wee. And then I hate taking him to the toilet to wee because he wants to stand. He's at the point now, you're like, I need to stand and wee. And he just pisses everywhere. Yeah. Or he like flops his balls onto the rim of the toilet and it's disgusting. I'm like, don't. I'm such a germ freak.
Yeah.
I'm like, go pee outside. So he runs out. He's like, I wee on family tree. I'm like, that's disrespectful, but all right.
Fuck. Yeah, we've my kids have got past the whole Stickman phase.
Oh, really? That was quick.
We watched a movie yesterday, and I wasn't keen on it because everyone's been shitting on it. Mm. That new Disney, like Pixar one or whatever it is, Strange Times. Have you heard about that?
Strange Times.
Yeah. Strange Times or Strange World or something. Fucking
rings a bit. Strange something rings a bell.
Strange World. Yeah, this is it.
If it's not on like Netflix and shit, I haven't seen it.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, we haven't got that yet.
Yeah, so it's this one. So everyone's been saying it's shit because it's the first Disney movie that they've made where one of the feature characters is gay and it's like shown that he's gay. Like not obviously shown, but it's emphasised that he's got a boy crush and shit like that.
Yeah.
But even when I watched it, like it wasn't, because I've heard people on podcasts and shit talking about it, how they're like, Disney's forcing it on our kids and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you just watch it as a simple movie, I don't think it's being forced. Like,
It's just
I didn't come away from it and be like, I need to kiss a guy.
I need to suck some more dick in my life.
Basically. But it was a pretty sick movie. I liked it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, I get what they're trying to do. It's just normalize it, which is fine because it's fucking pretty normal.
Yeah.
But don't normalize it to people so young.
Yeah,
like,
that's what everyone's got an issue
like,
with, I guess. Because now
yeah,
people have got to explain to their kids at a young age, I guess, that shit.
We shouldn't have to explain it to kids if they're like if they're gay, they're going to grow up and they're going to be gay. We shouldn't have to explain it to them and then like make them make a choice.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
The choice doesn't have to ever be made. It's just going to be a natural thing if that's the way they are.
100%.
But, you know, you're a fucking bigot Nazi if you say that.
You sure are.
Oh, just a straight white man. All about tradition, mate.
I'm curious as to why you got your Christmas shirt on. Is that a Christmas shirt?
Did the Sanders not give it away?
I saw the birds and the whatever else is on there. Koalas.
Gingerbread man, koalas, birds.
Have you been to... We'll get back to Christmas.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Have you been to Paradise Country?
No, where's that?
Down the coast behind Movie World. It's like a theme park.
Oh, really?
It's probably one of the worst places I've ever been.
We work together, right?
It's it's basically a glorified petting zoo.
Yeah.
And it just like the walk from the car park to the actual place takes like fucking 10 minutes. It was nuts. But you basically...
So what do you have to do? Like, is it like a maze to get to...
No, it's just a long fucking walkway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit shitty.
It was shitty.
What happened to the travelators?
Yeah, exactly. But you do that long walk just to see koalas, kangaroos, sheep.
Yeah.
Fucking... I don't even remember what else was there. Oh, they had meerkats, but apparently they're only new. So maybe they're expanding. I don't know, but...
So it's just a petting... It's like a wildlife sanctuary?
Yeah, it's sold as a wildlife sanctuary.
I like how they call it that, but it's just a zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was like the kids liked it, but I was like, fuck, this isn't great.
Well, our kids, look at that other thing.
Oh, and we got fucking ripped as well. We saw a sign because we weren't early enough for the first show because traffic was fucked. So we saw a sign that said sheep. We thought it said sheep shearing. So we're like, oh, it's in 5 minutes. We'll sit down and we'll watch it. And then this whole place got packed. And then these big like mascot characters came running out. I'm like, this is weird. And then Shaun the sheep came running out.
Yeah.
That cartoon. And then he starts dancing around. And about like 10 minutes into the performance, I like said to Nikita, I'm like, did it say sheep shearing or Shaun the sheep? She's like, I don't remember. It turns out it was a Shaun the sheep show. Yeah. And fucking, we were building it up to Westy. We're like, oh, you've never seen a sheep get fucking shorn before? And he's all excited. And then just had to watch a big fucking mascot jump around and dance.
That'd be more exciting, I think. Have you seen like sheep get shorn? It's just like, it's brutal.
You
Are you enjoying that or what? They like grab the legs and they're just like smashing them at the blade.
They spin them around. Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal to sheep.
Yeah.
Poor sheep. Lucky I don't eat it.
Yeah, eat sheep.
No.
What's sheep? Mutton.
No,
lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Wait, what's a sheep and what's a lamb? They're the same thing, eh?
Yeah, lamb's just a baby lamb. So the meat's more tender.
A lamb's a baby sheep.
Yeah.
And isn't a sheep mutton? That's like
maybe
something like that.
Let's have a look, eh?
So
pull it up.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. No, I think like an older. Lamb's fucking awesome.
Fuck, I hate it, eh?
Really?
I never knew why, but my mum's put it down to I
was raped by a lamb.
Hang on, we'll read this. Lamb meat is simply meat from a young sheep under the age of 1. Oh, you're a
Holy
fucking
shit.
criminal.
I'm so against veal for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's basically sheep veal.
Yeah.
Mutton is the meat of a mature sheep, so you're right.
So it's more chewy and gross.
Yeah, between 2 to 3 years of age.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's pretty nuts, eh?
So I'm eating 1-year-old sheeps.
Baby lamb refers to lamb meat aged 6 to 10 weeks old.
I legit feel bad, eh? Like
I would too.
Yeah, I'd feel,
That is pretty fucked.
Jeez.
But yeah, my mum can only put it down to when I was younger, Dad used to work on a farm, and I forget what she said, like basically once a month or something, part of his bonus or something would be like a full sheep to eat.
Yeah. Like dead or alive?
No, like dead. They killed it on the farm and things like that.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like a sheep.
They bag it and everything for you.
Yeah. So, and then apparently we just lived off lamb for fucking ages.
At dinner time, you just get the head. Maybe that was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, wow. That was my other thing for New Year's resolution. So I was going to not drink, and I was going to do the pescatarian diet. So
which one's that again?
So
fish?
No meat, just
fish.
Just fish.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know, but I'm not going to be all retarded and be like, oh my God, this knife was cutting pork and now it's going to cut this. It's like, people get fucking pedantic about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that shit.
I can't commit to a diet, eh?
Yeah.
Just can't commit to
I've never been able to long-term commit.
Yeah, that's it. I could do it for maybe a week, I think, is the longest I've gone doing anything. Yeah.
The hardest one is I tried to cut out bread and pasta and shit, which I did pretty good for a bit. But the kids eat so much bread.
Yeah.
Like dinner time is bread with avocado, this vegetarian mince that my wife cooks and then puts cheese on it and shit.
Yeah.
And
what's vegetarian mince?
So it's heaps of veggies cut up with all the tomato sauce and shit. Same as mince meat that you make for a spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, so there's no meat substitute.
So no. Oh no, the meat substitute is 4 bean mix and lentils and shit. 4 bean.
Oh,
mix.
4 bean.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And lentils and shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
And it tastes basically the same, but you just don't have that mince meat texture. It's more of a beansy sort of thing. And we're not forcing our kids to eat vegetarian.
Yeah.
They eat chicken. They eat fish. They eat
baby lambs.
No, whenever, because I eat fucking red meat and shit, so I always try to feed it to them, but they just never want it.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not I think it's
try
a texture
cooking
thing.
It for them.
Yeah, every now and then I'll cook it.
Yeah. Nice, yeah.
But yeah, so basically when I'm trying not to do the bread thing, because they don't like the crust, we make all the things up, and it's what they eat is so nice too, because when they don't eat it, I eat it, and it's good. So I cut all the crusts off it, but then the crust has all bits of the flavouring and shit, and I just eat it.
Yeah.
It's
crust
so
is good. I like crust.
So I try not to do the bread thing, but fuck man, I could eat the leftovers.
Yeah, we smash through bread. Yeah. Oh, can you get me another beer, please, and then we'll fucking... You're a bit further away tonight.
Just talk to the third person.
Okay. Hello, Goku. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, so I'm wearing my Christmas shirt because we just had Christmas, if you've noticed.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have 2023 glasses or something on.
We all got those Christmassy glasses given to us, but they didn't last a minute with the kids around. They just got
snapped them.
Yeah. Which I'm glad, because fucking I'm not gonna wear them ever.
Yeah.
But I figured is this the closest podcast to Christmas, or was the last one closer to Christmas?
Good question. Podcasts. This is probably closer in date, I guess.
Because we're after Christmas.
But we're after Christmas.
Anyone wearing anything after Christmas is just a loser.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Because I mentioned it every week leading up to Christmas.
So this is your Christmas special.
Yeah. Joy to the world.
Yeah,
nice. The last 2 podcasts that we had, me driving here was just behind people trying to fucking view all the shitty lights in your street. Yeah. But people still have their lights up for ages after Christmas.
Yeah, I know.
But no one gives a fuck anymore.
Yeah, we Nikita's obsessed with Christmas, but I'll give it to her. We'll do the whole Christmas thing, Christmas morning up to Christmas afternoon, and then at night time she's just ripping the tree apart and shit like that. Just
got the axe out.
Yeah, just packing everything away, and I'm like, oh, this is so soothing.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't know why. I just hate Christmas and birthdays.
It's just the bullshit that comes along with it, and
I
it's
think
so materialistic and just I'm the same, man. If I will sacrifice every present that any celebration calls for, if it means I don't have to do the same thing back to people.
Exactly. I think it just pisses me off because it's none of you talk to me other than like these 2 times of the year.
Yeah.
So fucking, why are we doing this? Like,
do you have like older relatives that will give you like a Christmas card? And you're like, fuck yeah, please be a 50 in it.
Used to.
You open it up and there's nothing in there, and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
thanks for the card.
Our Christmases used to fucking be massive. Like all of the family, all of the extended family, all that gathering around. And then the last like, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, everyone's just like does their own thing now, and it like because we just do it with mum and dad now, rather than fucking everyone, which I prefer. It's way better.
The smaller the better.
Yeah, definitely.
We have to have like a few Christmases in our family.
Yeah,
Like some family doesn't get along, so we do like a smaller one with one side and then a bigger one with the other, and then every second year we do something with Katie's family. So it's usually going up north. And that was this year. We went up to so we've had 3 Christmases.
Fuck yeah.
Which is like, it's cool, but it's like a lot of drinking, a lot of eating. And the only time I really eat meat is like Christmas time, and it's just like ham, turkey, chicken, something else. And then the next day it's like leftover ham, leftover chicken, leftover something else.
Yeah, I fucking hate that, eh? Because like I said, I've tried to do like what I want to do the last week or so, and just at mum's for Christmas lunch, like it's just so much good food and shit. And then she'll bring dessert out, and she cooks desserts for fucking like as if there's going to be 50 people there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel bad if I don't have a bit of everything, but then I'm like, I eat it all. I'm like, fuck, I just want to die.
Would you rather have like dinner and then have seconds? If dinner's good, would you rather have seconds or have dessert?
I fucked up this year and I had seconds and dessert.
Yeah, that's me every time. And then regret
I
it.
just feel so sick.
Yeah. Plus beer.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know what I'd prefer. Probably dessert.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the dessert.
Yeah. What's your favourite dessert?
Oh, man. I'm a sucker for ice cream. Like, I like ice cream.
That's basic.
Basic. But, like, ice cream's never dessert. With my family, everyone loves pavlova, and I fucking hate it.
I was about to say, my favourite is fucking probably pavlova.
May as well just spoon sugar in my teeth.
That's why I love it. It's so good. I love that, and I love, what's it called? Trifle? Is it trifle? It's like...
trifle. Yeah, it's like all of the...
I think so, and there's like jelly and custard and fucking shit like that.
Yeah, like chunks of candy bars and shit.
Yeah, it's just fucking a bowl of sugar.
Just sugar cubes jammed into it.
I love that shit.
Just sugar cane. Pure sugar cane.
I fucking love
trifle's good. At Christmas we have, because Katie's mum she's like full traditional, man. Like Christmas comes along, it's like got to be a turkey, got to be a fish dish, every like one of every meat.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking amazing, and she's like the best fucking cook at everything, and it's just so much food, not enough people, so it just lasts the week.
Yeah,
and then like by day 5, you're like, all right.
My dad was fucking devo because he always cooks like a pork roast. Like pork's probably my favorite, like roast, and he always, I don't know how he does it, but he nails the crackling every fucking time. Like the best crackling I've ever had, and he's only like. He never used to be able to do it, so I don't know what's happened. And this year, he's pulled it out of the oven, and the crackle was not good, and he was fucking devo.
And it's chewy?
Yeah, it was chewy, but he basically cut it all off, and we had lunch, and he was fucking around after lunch doing something in the kitchen.
You recooking it?
He's fucking... Whatever he did, about 45 minutes later... He just walks out with this plate full of this like perfect crackling and shit. He probably ducked off to like the local carvery or something.
Comes back and he's like, I got dessert, guys.
Yeah. But again, he fucking nailed it. It was mint.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So,
that's the best part of it.
Like, yeah, that's the only reason I have it. I'm like, okay, I'll have this little bit of meat if I can have this delicious crunchy skin.
Well, with like this Christmas, because we've got the 2 kids, my sister-in-law and her husband have their 2 kids, so it's kind of like no one can ever sit down and just traditionally eat as a family. It's like I'll look after 2 while Katie eats, and then we'll swap, and then blah blah blah, and then by the time I got up to like serve myself, the crackling's gone. I was like, I'm like tapping away, like hold it together, man. Yeah. Fucking,
it's all right. I just
don't kill everybody.
Anyway. Starting my diet early.
Yeah, I'll go eat part of the couch. It's fine. I don't eat crackling.
Fuck. Yeah, no, we're pretty good that way because fucking mum's obsessed with the kids anyway, so she'll like just look after them. Nikita and I'll sit there having a delicious day.
Yeah. How have they not just like sold crackling on its own? Like just a bag of crackling.
I think. Oh, not from like a supermarket or something.
Yeah, I know you can get the chip.
Chip
that's
what I mean.
crackling.
Like carver. Yeah. Oh no, I meant like at like carveries and shit like that.
Oh really?
You can normally get like a chip cup full of crackling.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. I remember there's an old carvery there's the carvery that we used to go to at our old place. Yeah. If you ever you used to buy like their meals, and if you got the pork, you'd get crackling with it. But we'd be like, just potato, chicken, peas. Can you chuck some crackling on that? Just crackling's gone and the pork's not even touched.
Those are the days. Fuck yeah. Have you seen that video going around of a lady in your old neck of the woods at Windaroo?
No.
Did you hear what happened yesterday? A lady lost her thumb in Windaroo.
Where'd she lose it? Dropped it somewhere.
So I didn't know the full story, and then my magical group chat that all you guys love that gets fucked up videos put in randomly popped up with this video. I started watching it and I'm like, that looks fucking familiar. And it turned out it was the Windaroo one. So basically this crackhead was on a motorbike.
Yeah.
And he broke into some guy's car and the guy came out just as he was doing it and he stood in front of his motorbike and he's like, I'm not moving until you fucking admit on camera that you broke into my car, blah, blah, blah. And this guy's got his girlfriend on the back. She's fucking cracked out as well. And then all of a sudden he starts revving his bike and this guy's like, mate, you're on camera. Don't fucking run over my foot. And he's like, whatever happens now is going straight to the cops. You broke into my car.
Yeah.
And this guy, like, they're arguing for probably a minute and then he just fucking hits the accelerator. But I don't know if he's bounced off old mate's foot and leg or something. And then he's like, just started like swerving and then he's run into, you know, those like the logs, sort of like upright logs.
Oh, yeah.
Used as like barriers. Yeah. He's just fucking nailed it into there and old love's fallen off. And I don't know if she's fucking like ground her thumb off on the pavement, but she just jumps up and she just starts screaming, my thumb, my fucking thumb. Oh. And this guy's just trying to like start his bike and ride away. And it was so fucked. And old mate goes up and he's like, do you want a first aid kit or something? But it was pretty hectic. I'll show you the video after this. I don't think we can show it on here.
I thought you were starting this conversation to show me the video.
Oh, if you want to watch it, I'll get it up.
Can you show it on YouTube or is it one of those?
Nah, I think it's because I think it's I don't think anyone's supposed to see that video just yet.
Okay.
One of those ones.
One of those ones. So, just like all those mass shooting ones that you get.
So I'll show you after.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, it's pretty fucking hectic.
I sent a video to our chat today and I told you guys not to look at it.
I'll try to pull it up. It's fucking loaded now.
You might have seen it in like one of your news feeds, but backstory, basically it's like it was in China, I'm pretty sure, and it was a Tesla and he pressed like the automatic park button.
Yeah.
And as the car's parking, something's fucked up. Apparently, allegedly, something's fucked up and the thing's just gone full acceleration and he couldn't brake or anything. And it's just the video of this car going full speed until...
I can't make it full screen, so that's going to have to fucking do.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. So he's pressed the button and then the car's just like taken off and this guy's like, oh shit. He's trying to swerve out of the way of everyone.
That would be...
This is full speed. This isn't sped up either. This is like full speed. He nails that dude.
Holy fuck.
And then kills this one. That's what they blurted out. And then he obviously probably died there. But then you see they show a photo of the car after a minute and it's fucked.
That's fucking crazy, eh? What's that say? Because that's what I was going to say. What's Tesla said? It said it will assist police. Oh, right.
But denies malfunctions and blame for the deadly crash. It's like, I doubt he did it on purpose because you could see him at the start swerving around people. Yeah. Like he's trying 100%. Not to hit him. And then obviously he's going like Tesla speeds.
That'd be so fucking scary, yeah.
It's like, don't hit Ludicrous while you're trying to park.
Fuck, that'd be freaky.
And, you know, that'll make headlines like, never buy one of these cars because this is what will happen.
When did this happen?
It must be recent because, like, you just popped up in my shit.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, because I haven't heard about it.
Pretty crazy. Tesla said it will assist police in investigation but denies. I wonder if the black box survived. Do they have a black box?
I don't know.
All their data must be saved in like a main hub somewhere,
Probably.
like outsource. Which plane should do.
In Elon's fucking brain.
It's just in his iPhone.
Did you hear that Rogan episode the other day about the fucking cobalt mines?
I've been seeing all the things pop up, and I'm like, I gotta fucking listen to it. I'm so behind on podcasts.
I've got to fucking re-listen to it.
The thing is, though, like the little clips I've been seeing pop up, people are like, "Oh my god, this is happening." It's like they've been talking about this for about 5 years
100%.
now. Just about how these kids are fucking dying from just mining the shit, and people are all just like talking about it online. Using the phone that was fucking made out of the shit they're talking about. Like,
it's pretty crazy. It's one of those ones that, I'll probably have to listen back to because the whole time I was just like, what the fuck? Like, it's pretty nuts shit.
It's
and he had like photos and stuff of like the mines and shit that he was looking at.
Thing is, like, the safety aspect, all the, like, how he's saying, like, there's no, I just saw it in clips, but like, there's no electricity. They make it so hard for them. Like, why not make it easier and make it more profitable? I don't understand. Yeah. Why not just set up a massive industry where it's just like all proper and you get way more and it would... I don't know. It's just a money thing.
I think that's what it comes down to. Yeah. Then they have to fucking...
That's probably...
Put that money in and then pay them more and fucking shit like that.
That's probably why they make so much money out of it because they... they don't have to pay all the bullshit. Yeah, for sure. Once again, taking advantage of third world countries, like we're so like up in arms about emissions and fucking global warming and all the bullshit, but we're happy just to outsource everything to China, who are like the number one contributors. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's pretty fucking heavy. Yeah, I got to listen to that one. Just listen to it if you had like fucking time and shit. Yeah, fuck time. Too busy listening to our podcast at 11:30 at night. Got to learn. Yeah. No, because we spent Christmas on the island, and I thought, 2-hour plane ride, I'll have heaps of time to listen to something. Yeah, it's just like listening to my screaming kid. We've never taken our kids on planes yet, and I'm fucking dreading the day. It wasn't too bad. Like on the way there, it was pretty good. Yeah. My 1.5-year-old was like, he was a bit restless, but he was pretty sweet after that because he's at the point where he has to sit on Katie's lap and strap in with a second seatbelt, so he can't be comfortable. He's like sitting on the fucking buckle of her seatbelt. Yeah. Whereas my 3-year-old is just like sitting in his own seat with the headphones on, watching Blippi. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Living the dream. Okay, here's the story. How long we got? Start clip. Start. So the way there was fine. Nothing happened. The way back, so the day started, we had to... So we stayed at basically like a... it's not an Airbnb, but we just had to book the fucking place we stayed at, like a little beach house thing. Yeah, okay. But you have to like leave it the way you left it. So it's like basically like an Airbnb. Yeah. And so we had to wash all the dishes, rearrange the entire house, fucking make it all perfect and shit. Yeah. And we had to leave there at 8:30 in the morning, which was just... And screaming kids as we're trying to go. Katie's trying to like pack... like a box, like a fucking cooler bag with all the food and the treats and shit to keep the kids occupied on the plane because just whenever they whinge, we just have to like feed them and it shuts them up and it makes them happy for 5-10 minutes. And so she's put all that in the fridge. Everything's sweet. Jumped in the car. We had to like go because we're on Magnetic Island, so we had to catch the barge across in the car. We got down there and then we hopped on the barge and then our youngest fucking hates the car seat, so he's just screaming for like 40 minutes in the car on the barge. So I'm trying to like get him out, walk around a bit, and then we get back in the thing, and then we had to drive to the airport, and it was fine. And then we get to the airport and we realized we forgot the bag of treats and his like bottle and everything, like just forgot everything. We're like, fuck. So how are we gonna do this? Anyway, we get there and we're supposed to leave at 11, like depart at 11:30 in the morning. And land at 1:40 when we get there. Yeah. So it's like a 2-hour fucking whatever flight. And then we look up on the screen, it's like delayed 20 minutes or 35 minutes or something like that. I'm like, all right, fucking another 35 minutes just chilling in the airport so we can just run around, chase the kids for then. Anyway, so Josh steps on Katie's bag and she has one of these bottles, which is glass. Oh. And it smashes inside her bag. So she's got glass through her backpack and fucking all through the shit, like all the water through everything. And then that was a big ordeal. So I had to go down and buy like bottles of water, and then I had to get like heaps of random snacks and shit. And then 12:15, we boarded the plane, and then we're sitting there for about 15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? The kid, like Hamish, is already going crazy. Like wants to get off, like hates it. I'm feeding Josh like shit, lollipops and shit. And it's like half an hour later, and then the pilot gets on the thing. He's like, hey guys. And he did the whole, that stereotypical fucking pilot, like breathes before. He just can't string two words together within 5 seconds. He's like, hey, we've got a slight technical difficulty. So it turns out the lavatory isn't working. And he went on, and basically the fucking toilet wasn't working. It was the toilet has a sensor which says it's full, and it kept detecting it was full, but it wasn't. So if it's detecting it's full, it won't flush. Okay. So no one could use the toilet. And so they're like, he explained that, and then he's like, but they're just trying to. He goes, he's like, we're trying to fix it, and then it just fucking shut off. And then 15 minutes later, he comes back on, and it's like, doo-doo-doo. We're like, oh, here we go. He's going to tell us that we're good. And he goes, so we have to empty the toilet before we fix the sensor. So it's just going to be a little bit longer. We'll keep you updated in a few moments. I'm like, fuck. And so another 15 minutes later, or 20 minutes later, or whatever, he's like, so it turns out we can't fix it. If anyone needs to use the toilet, you need to exit the plane with your boarding pass, use the facilities at the airport, and then reboard the plane. And I'm thinking, surely no one's going to...
Yeah, 100%.
It's an hour and a half later. We've been sitting on the tarmac. No, hour 40 minutes.
After he said this?
From when we boarded to an hour 40. And then he's like, leave the plane if you need to piss.
Yeah.
It was probably about 80% of the people got up and was like, I can't hold it for another fucking hour 40. Everyone needed to piss. And even Katie got up because my 3-year-old's going to need to piss. Yeah. So she's like, I better take him at least.
Definitely.
So they had to go out, everyone had to scan the fucking boarding pass on the way out and to scan it on the way back in. I was like, fuck. So we took forever.
Yeah.
And so it was about an hour 40, hour 50 before we finally took off. And then, we land. It was all sweet. And then we get up to the car and we can't find the key because we parked at the airport. Like, stored our camera, like, where the fuck are the keys? So we're ripping all our bags apart and like, do we leave the keys back at fucking Townsville? That's
fucked.
Then we found the keys.
Oh, right.
It was sweet.
That's good. Yeah. That's a good ending.
Oh, man. We're like, what could go wrong? So I bought, when we're back on the island, Katie doesn't drink much at all.
Yeah.
And if she does, it's like one drink on an occasion. And then she like whinges about how she didn't like it.
Yeah.
And so I bought her an 8-pack of vodkas for $45 or some bullshit. It's Smirnoff vodka, lemon limes. Anyway, she had one, didn't like it, and that was it. It's just, I'm like, we're not binning these or giving them away. We're taking them back with us, and you're going to drink them over the next year or whatever. Yeah. She's like, yeah, sweet, we'll throw them in the suitcase. So she'd broken the bottle in her bag already.
Yeah.
We get home, we're like, all right, let's unpack. Opens the thing up, and there's a can completely like sliced. It must have just completely split. Everything in her bag was just covered in like vodka lime.
That's fucked.
And then, so that was the second fluid she had to clean up of hers. And then yesterday we were driving to, where'd we go? Oh, we drove to the sunny coast to pick up our dogs because my father-in-law was looking after the dogs.
Okay.
And on the way back, Josh managed to piss in his car seat, and it went while he was sleeping, so we didn't know, and it went all through everything down to the car seat and everything. So Katie's ripping the seats out, like, she's like, I'm sick of cleaning up piss, vodka, fucking water.
Yeah, it's a fucking mission when the kids piss in the car.
Yeah,
drips through so quickly. Fucking
control your shit.
Definitely. Yeah, that shit on the plane. What used to get me was like, in a similar instance, when you'd get to the end of like, say a meeting or a presentation or something, and then they'd go, does anyone have any questions? And you're just thinking, well, surely no one's going to have any questions. And you're just sitting there and there's like 10 cunts that have got questions. And it's all shit that's like been spoken about. But they just want to ask the question so that like...
On a plane?
No. Just like in life. Like fucking... Haven't you ever had that? Like you're in a, I don't know, what's a fucking scenario? I feel like it happens all the time.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like I get that with go-karting. Like they're like explaining all the rules and shit. Like, all right, so we're going to start here. This is the grid. You need to go around. You need a warm up lap in formation. And it was like, so if I'm on position 2, do I sit behind position 1 or?
Shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah. Well, that's like I hate the spiel they give, like in planes. The spiel they give about the seat belts and the airbags and the fucking life vests and shit.
Yeah.
It's like we can figure that shit out ourselves. Like let's just wait till we're dying and then we'll figure
100%.
it out.
Or just fucking like.
No one's going to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to remember the whistles on my fucking vest.
Yeah. Or just play like a video real quick on the back of everyone's fucking... Is there TVs on the back of everyone's seat?
Oh, if you're in first class.
Yeah, right.
The one that gets me is like, they're like, in the unlikely event that we need to make a water landing, here's the life vest, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, unlikely event of a water landing? Yeah, it's unlikely. You're not going to fucking land on the ocean.
Yeah.
First of all, landing is on land because it's called a land. It's like...
Tom Hanks can do it.
Yeah, okay, maybe he can. But like in the unlikely event you survive a fucking nosedive from the clouds to the ocean, here's a life jacket.
Pretty fucked.
Yeah.
Did you hear my fucked up story last week?
Oh, which one was that?
Portaloo.
Oh, yeah.
Because, when we were on site together and I went for that piss and I came out of the Portaloo, I was like, fuck, I want to tell you something. But then I was like, it'll be better on the podcast. And then I forgot you weren't even going to be here.
It's funny because when I heard it, I said something out loud and Katie's like... Jake's like, so you ate shit? And you're like, no, it was just piss. I'm like, you're a pisshead.
Yeah. So I almost had another fucked up story the other day. And I was like literally seconds away from fucking disaster. So randomly... Whatever day Christmas was, Christmas Eve, Nikita remembered she needed a present for, I don't even remember, someone. So we dumped the kids at my mum's house and we just run over to the shops because we knew it was going to be chaos. And we were in Rebel Sport buying something and we're at the register and I could see just out the shop door this like frail old lady, like similar to the lady you watched drop the coins. And she's just got one hand on her trolley and she's bending down, like trying to bend down to pick something up off the floor. And she's just attempt after attempt.
You're like, what would Ash do?
No, like I felt so bad for her because she was so old. And I'm just watching everyone walk past her while Nikita's paying and shit. And I'm like, I'm going to do the fucking right thing when we get out of here. And I'm going to pick up fucking whatever she's trying to get. And we like start walking towards her. And then I'm saying to Nikita, like, oh, I'm going to help this old lady. She's trying to pick something up. And we get maybe from like me to you away from her. And I like almost go to commit to pick up whatever she's got. And I realise, I look down and I realise there's a fucking like dangly Band-Aid just hanging off one of her like toe hairs. And she's trying to like rip it off because it must just be like flapping around on the tile and shit. And I was like, oh, yuck. I'm so glad I didn't like begin to commit. Otherwise I would have had to have ripped it off.
You're like, I'm too far gone. I got to do it.
Yeah, I have to do it.
Use your teeth.
Yeah. So I was just fucking, so then I turned into one of those guys that had to walk past her.
You're like, you do the whole, wipe your hair, keep going.
It was so gross. I felt so yuck looking at it.
I had another one of those moments of like, I could help this person, but I can't.
You always can.
I could. There was nothing I could have done for this guy, and I don't know if he died or not, but...
Okay. He was driving a Tesla.
So I was at Gonna jump in front. No, so I was at the shop. I was at the fish show in...
Yeah.
Across from the Coles there.
Yeah.
So I was there. I walked up from the bottle-o, because we had to buy salmon. As I was walking back, it's like the pokies area of that, whatever that fucking pub is.
Club hotel or whatever.
Yeah. And like as I was walking up, I could see all the old people congregate in the car park. And then as I was walking back, they're all in a huddle. And there's like an old dude laying on the hot tarmac. And I was like, what the fuck? And there was a guy sort of walking next to me, but just a little bit in front. And he sort of just jogged over. Was like, oh, is everything okay? And they're like, it's all right. There's an ambulance coming. And this dude like wasn't moving. And I think they were just trying to shade him.
Yeah, okay.
Although the heat comes from above on a hot road. And
did you tell them
I don't know. I was just like, do I also run over and go,
yeah, what are you going to do in that case?
Like,
I was thinking you were going to
fresh hands.
I thought you were going to be like, and the only thing he needed to survive was fresh salmon.
Salmon for all.
If there's already people gathered around, I guess, but it gives you a free pass.
Well, the most awkward thing was like, I was looking and then I looked away because I didn't want them to see me look and then think I'm a rude cunt for not doing any, or for not even like just going, good, what you want me to?
You should have just been like, I think I saw another dead guy over there. Yeah. I'll get him. You guys get this guy. Fuck. I hate awkward moments.
Fucking old people.
How
many old people emails have you gotten lately? I had a relative like email me a Merry Christmas email.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like,
we used
you
to
heard
have
the texting?
Yeah, we used to have an extended family that would send like the Christmas like newsletter, I guess it would be, like the family newsletter for the year.
What?
It used to be the fucking worst read.
The newsletter?
Yeah, so I've heard of other people doing this, and I've only had one people in our like
Uncle Jimmy had another fall.
Basically, yeah. It's like, what have I'm not going to say their name, been up to this year? And then it'd have like photos, like the old school like Word templates you could get where you could do like a blurb and a photo and a blurb and a photo.
Like the rounded letters?
Yeah. It'd be like, what's fucking Tommy been up to this year?
Yeah.
Tommy's made sports captain at his school. He's excelling well in English. And it's like, why would you think everyone wants to fucking know this shit?
I get it. It's cool.
Is it?
We have Facebook for that now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess this was...
Click your memories review button.
The last one I saw was probably 2008, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mum still gets them, but who knows?
Man, I get like old people emails and it's just like, oh my God, look what the government's doing right now. And then you click it and it's like, this email has no content. It's like, at least put a link in there.
Yeah.
Come on.
Nah, I haven't opened emails unless I know who they're from for fucking ages.
I get a few. Sometimes it's like a link to, it's like, check this out. And then it's just a link and you click it and it's a link to a meme.
You click the link.
Yeah. Like it's from a trusted source.
Oh, right.
Like,
so you know the person.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, an uncle or something.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, well, the funny things, or so it's just something, and it's just a link. So it's like, I'll click the link to see where it fucking takes me. It takes you straight to Facebook, and it's a meme on like a Facebook page somewhere. It's like, seriously, you just sent me the Facebook page link and think you expect me to scroll through and find the meme that you found funny?
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
I think old people need to register for emails, and then depending on their age, they should just get directed straight to your spam folder.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I saw this pop up today and I was like, fuck, we could go through it and see if we relate to any of it. I guess it kind of relates to the whole email thing. It's like the most Googled things of the year, 2022.
Oh, here we go.
Have you Googled any of that shit? So most Googled searches of the year are Wordle, election results, Betty White, Queen Elizabeth, or Bob Saget.
Bob Saget?
Yeah.
Didn't he die like last year?
No, I think it was this year. No, it was definitely this year.
Really?
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah,
like, how is COVID not one of them?
It's pretty old now.
True.
It's coming back though.
Coming back, is it?
And then
according to every fucking...
Have you seen these? So most searched TV shows, Euphoria, Stranger Things, The Watcher, Inventing Anna, and House of the Dragon.
Haven't seen any of them.
I've only seen Stranger Things and The Watcher.
Who's she?
Who's who? That's Zendaya.
The chick?
Yeah.
Who's that?
She's in Euphoria.
Oh,
and she's also like a singer. She's dating Spider-Man. Get up with your topics, man.
I reckon she could play the part of Rihanna in a fucking doco.
Most searched definitions.
Definition?
Rupee.
Nope.
Oligarch. Is that how you say that word? Oligarch?
Oligarch.
Oligarch?
Oligarch. That's like a leader or something?
I think
Oligarch?
so, yeah. Cacao?
Never
heard
of
that cacao?
Cacao?
Fuck. Homer. And recession.
Recession. Oh, here we go.
Sad one.
What's this one?
Most searched actors: Johnny Depp, Will Smith, Amber Heard, Chris Rock, Julia Fox.
Well, Johnny Depp because of the trial. Will
100%.
Smith because of the slap. Amber Heard because of the trial.
Chris Rock
because of the slap. It's just trial slap so far. And Julia Fox?
Yeah, that's
fuck's that.
Kanye's ex. And she was in Uncut Gems with Adam Sandler. Fucking, I'm so keen to see Chris Rock's special.
Yeah. Has he recorded one or?
No, he's fucking. We spoke about it like a couple of weeks ago.
just
He's doing the live one. Were you here for that one?
Yeah,
that might have been one of your away ones. So Chris Rock's doing the first ever like live special.
Oh, that's right, on Netflix.
Yeah, on
like
Netflix.
streaming live.
So he released like I guess it's a trailer, but it's just him walking like down a corridor and shit this week. It's fucking be so sick.
It's gonna be this one is
seen these movies. Encanto, you wouldn't have seen
what's
that.
this
Most searched movies.
Oh, most searched. Okay.
I can't wait to watch the video back and just see you like pivoting your head around the camera.
The camera's right where the questions are. Encanto.
Thor.
No.
I haven't seen that. Top Gun.
That.
Fucking that should be number one.
Oh fuck.
Have you seen that yet?
Why would you Google it?
I don't know. Well, why not?
Why would you Google it? I'm gonna Google Top Gun for no reason.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it. Oh, it keeps popping up in my like feed still. I'm like, isn't this old?
You should watch it.
Do I need to watch the first one?
I never saw the first one.
Oh, okay.
Do you know roughly what happened in the first one?
They fly planes or some shit.
That's what I thought. I made out what happened.
All I've heard about the second one is it's good because they don't specifically say who they're at war with, and usually American war movies are like sort of propagandized against like Germans or Russians.
Yeah, I heard that as well. They had to take like badges and shit off their uniforms, like flags and shit. Like that.
Apparently, China's version of Top Gun took certain badges off the uniforms.
Oh, really?
I forgot which one it was. They censored it in their own like
true
propagandized way. Yeah, it was weird.
Fucking hell.
What was the last one?
The Batman, everything everywhere, all at once.
Apparently that's good.
I've never heard of it.
Apparently it's something to do with like, you know how like when they talk about like every possible scenario, like when you're talking about dimensions and stuff.
Yeah.
There's an infinite amount of dimensions.
I have seen that picture.
Like an infinite amount of dimensions. Every single thing that it could ever possibly happen theoretically has happened or is happening.
Yeah, right.
Apparently it's like this person who can jump between those dimensions or some shit like that. And she can like use the skills, or I may have that all wrong, but I think that's what it's about. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good.
Are you going to watch it?
Probably not.
Fuck yeah, me neither.
Moving on.
Fucking. Oh shit! What did I just click on?
More lamb. Mutton and lamb. Where do you buy mutton?
I don't know. I've never asked for mutton. I've never asked for lamb either. But
just get some lamb and like age it a couple of years. Turns into mutton.
How's this guy? This reminded me of you. Not really, but fuck it.
It's a dog.
Man who spent $14,500 to become a dog worries his friends will think he's weird. So that's a dog costume.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's pretty realistic, eh?
Worries his friends will think him weird. Why would he worry about that?
So earlier this year, a man named Toko revealed his ridiculously realistic canine suit, which cost him $14,500. I rarely tell my friends because I'm afraid they will think I'm weird.
I just walk past them and piss on their feet.
My friends and family seemed very surprised to learn I became an animal.
Did you though?
Don't know why.
Or did you just become a guy in an animal outfit?
I wonder like how far he takes it. Like, does he go out in public like that?
Can he identify as that and get away with it?
It is it's super realistic.
I thought that was an actual dog.
I thought it was a dog as I was scrolling, and I was like,
if that was you, I'd pat you.
Fuck yeah.
But if you lick me, you've gone too far.
I'm going to come dressed as a dog next week. Hump your leg.
It's my new dog costume.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. Like the picture of him sleeping.
This one?
Yeah. It's just like legit. But the feet are a bit retarded. Fix your feet, mate.
Yeah, come on, mate. Spend that extra $500. Round it up to 15 grand.
What the fuck?
Stop being a cheap cunt.
I reckon. Can the tail wag?
I don't know. You'll have to reach out to him. Send him a DM. I don't think I've got any of these left. Could I steal... Do you want me to get up?
I can do it.
Okay. I think Adrian's got one of those fruity beers in there that he doesn't like.
Fruity beer?
They're like a pink can or something.
Oh, yeah. Got a few of them. I might steal one too.
Fuck yeah, you're not driving. Nah. Don't you still have some of that?
Hey?
Don't like the dark beer tonight.
No, I got some left.
Oh, right.
I just want to like take my headphones
Oh,
off.
okay.
And get another
Yeah.
one.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Making sense.
What else have I got on here?
I was at the island. There's not much to do, but like there's heaps to do. But when you got kids, it's kind of like limited. So
Is it like I've never been there? Is there like a fucking shopping centre and shit like that?
Yeah. So
It's like a well-established island. Like,
yeah, it's like really awesome. Like when you got kids and shit, it's just you go to the beach or like a lot of it's bushwalks too. Like there's heaps of cool. There's like the Forts Walk, which takes you to the top of the mountain, and they've got like old World War II sort of structures of like lookouts and stuff, because that's where they were looking out for warships and stuff.
yeah, right.
Nothing war ever happened, but they had like rail guns set up, and you can see the old
okay.
tracks of the rail guns and stuff.
Yeah, sweet.
It's like cool walks like that, heaps of little bushwalks and shit. But they got like where we stayed was Elmer Bay, and there's like a park, and we'd always be taking them to the park, and like there was this random people there, and there's this random kid, and I made him feel real good. Oh, okay, that sounded wrong.
Yeah. You need to
Okay.
quickly finish that
Quickly.
sentence.
I gave him a compliment, not a handy.
Okay.
So he's sitting there, and he's like, obviously got his first Rubik's Cube for Christmas.
Okay.
And it's a triangle one, and he's just flicking through it. And I'm there like guiding fucking Josh down the slide, and I look over, and he's just like flicking through this Rubik's Cube. I'm like, I wonder if this is one of those retarded kids who knows what he's doing. You know, when they're like, like just smashed out in seconds.
Yeah.
He didn't know what he was doing. He's just like flicking through, and then I was like watching him do it, and he had no idea clearly. And all of a sudden, he got it,
True.
and he's like, he went like this, and he's like looked up, like, did anyone fucking see that? And he's looking for his parents, and they're not looking. And I'm staring at him, and he kind of looks at me, and I'm like, I saw it, mate. Keep going. That was awesome. And he was like so excited, but then at the same time, was like, there's a stranger talking to me. And his dad looks over, and then his dad's looking at me, and I'm looking at his kid, and I'm like, oh God, this is fucking awkward.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Fucking
Like, good on him.
Westy's got this weird game. I don't even know what the name of the game is, but you basically set it up, and there's cubes with different. This one's Spider-Man for whatever reason, so it's got different Spider-Man characters on each side of the cube, and you pop a cube out, and then it's the next person's job to pick that cube up, and then push another cube out. So it's basically like a vertical grid full of these cubes, and the aim of the game is to get 5 in a row of the same character. So first game, I was just fucking around, not paying attention. Like I was literally just putting the cube into whatever to give him a chance. And then within like 4 turns, he's like 5 in a row. And I'm like, okay. And then like second turn, I like took it a little more serious. And then again, same deal, maybe like 5 or 6 turns, he's like 5 in a row. And I'm like, all right, he's fucking going down. So I like started playing again. And in 3 turns, he's like 5 in a row again. I'm like, fucking this kid. And then I won the 4th one, and then he won the 5th one again. And I'm like, I'm not playing anymore. I don't know why. Like
Kids make parents feel stupid.
I know, 100%. He fucking mum bought him this. You know the arcade basketball games.
Oh yeah.
Mum bought him one of them for Christmas for some reason. It's like a Space Jam one. It's pretty cool. And I set it up in my office, and same thing. Like he'll just be shooting balls, and he'll like. I let him like have a head start to start with, and then all of a sudden he's just like sinking every ball, and I'm just missing, and I'm like, fuck.
That's how it is.
I get so competitive against my 5-year-old.
That's pretty sad.
It is sad, but he can't beat me yet. He's probably going to grow up to be way bigger than me and beat me up.
They reckon the first person to live to like 200 is probably alive today.
Will that ever happen? Surely not, because
Like-
wouldn't
like-
people be like,
Like through technology and shit, like anti-aging and all the things you can do and what we're figuring out. I think it's based on how fast technology is evolving in that industry.
surely if that was the case, people would be, like, wouldn't that be a progressive build? So people would be starting to live till like 110, 120, 130, not just fucking...
Well, we don't know, like, what's our generation going to live to? We could be the first generation to go to sort of 120.
You reckon? I'd be surprised to get
Definitely
to
not me.
fucking 32.
Drinking these raspberry beers. Yeah.
I like them.
See how I go next year. If I haven't eaten meat and like, not that meat's not going to kill you. When I eat chicken and shit, I'm like, is this like meat's not bad for you, even though like all the vegans say it is.
Yeah.
But like you do your research, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Like when you eat chickens, like all the hormone bullshit, all the fucking bullshit. It's like, is it bad for you or what?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I like fucking. I've looked a little bit into all that sort of shit, but like I can feel within my body what makes me feel shit, and it's 100% like gluten, like bread and pastas and shit, like everyone else.
carbs.
Yeah, and like fucking sugar. Like
Yeah.
I've got no limit when it comes to sugar. Like if Nikita goes and buys a bag of lollies for the kids or something, 3/4 of that bag is fucking gone in like 10 minutes.
You're like, well, the kids didn't eat it.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else is going to eat it?
A fucking
That's my argument.
pack of Tim Tams or something. Like,
Yes.
fucking dad's smashing all these.
Katie buys treats for herself.
Yeah.
And she won't eat them within the first hour and they're gone.
Yeah.
And she's like, why the fuck do you eat all my shit? And I'm like, you didn't eat it. She goes,
100%.
well, I was saving it. For what?
That's what Nikita's
It's like for the second hour I owned it.
Nikita's like, have some self-control or something. And I'm like,
There is no
I
such
can't.
thing.
I'm like, this is why I say don't fucking have it in the house. And
There's
she's
no
like, well, it's
such
not
thing.
fair that me and the kids have to miss out.
Buy extra. Katie buys dark mint chocolate because she knows I don't like dark chocolate or mint chocolate.
Yeah, right.
So she'll buy dark mint chocolate.
Yeah.
She probably doesn't even like it, but she's like, I'll treat myself just so you don't eat it. And so I bought her, I did the shopping the other day and she goes, buy me a bar, is it Lindt bar of fucking a Lindt thing of dark mint chocolate. And I'm like, okay, bought it for her. I put it in the fridge. And last night she goes, did you eat the top half of that? I'm like, what? No. She goes, there's a whole top rose missing. I'm like, well, I didn't eat it because I don't like dark chocolate. I don't like mint chocolate. And she's like, you've grabbed a bar of chocolate off the shelf that has been eaten by someone in Coles. I'm like, and she goes, from now on we check the chocolate bars and we I'm like, I didn't think to check it.
Yeah, for sure.
Fuck. Yeah.
It's pretty gross.
So I don't know.
I'm assuming you just binned it.
Well, like all day I'm being like, did I fucking eat it?
Oh, boy.
It's still in the fridge.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty crazy.
But there's people like that. They'll just like snap the top off, eat it, or fucking...
Yeah. It's just fucking triggered me again. See, this is how we change topics so quickly. Out of that whole story, I heard you say fridge, and then it threw me back to a memory from Christmas Day. So, my kids like tomato sauce, and I like barbecue sauce, right?
Yeah.
So I've gone to Mum's fridge to get the sauces out for me and the kids. So I got the barbecue out of the fridge, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, boys." I go, Nanny's got no tomato sauce. And she's like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, but you've only got barbecue in here. And she's like, oh, we keep the barbecue sauce in the fridge and the tomato sauce in the pantry. And I'm like, aren't you one or the other? Like all the sauce goes in the fridge or all the sauce goes in the pantry? And she's like, no, your dad likes cold barbecue sauce, but he likes warm tomato sauce. And I'm like, I've never heard of this.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought everyone was either one or the other.
What difference does it make?
I don't know.
Like, if you're putting sauce on a hot chip, who gives a fuck what temperature it is? The chip's hot.
The reason
I kind of like the cold, the cold feeling.
that's
on
why
hot
I
things.
that's why I like it in the fridge because it like cools it down. I guess in a way, it's like a nice cool treat on your tongue for a hot chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like once it's open, like because we keep all our shit unopened in the pantry. Once it's open, it goes in the fridge. It just lasts longer.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
we keep ours in the fridge.
That's so weird that you'd pick, like, I hate cold tomato sauce, but I love cold, warm.
I thought it was fucking weird, but
is weird. Is that your dad?
My dad, yeah.
You need to get him on.
I don't. No, it's not happening.
Maybe.
Did I tell you the other week when I ran into one of his friends at the shop?
Yeah, I think you're telling me. Yeah,
Fuck, that was awkward.
because he listens.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you rip on your dad a fair bit. I haven't even fucking scratched the surface.
He's good material.
Yeah. What was I going to click on here? Did you see? I don't know why, but this made me feel like sad for the robot. Did you see this the other day?
What is it?
So NASA's InSight Mars lander sends heartbreaking farewell message back home.
Mm.
Fucking, why is this not zooming in? Sick. It's not zooming in. But basically he sent a message back. My power's really low, so this may be my last image I can send. Don't worry about me, though. So how does a fucking robot know to send this shit? Is someone typing this at the head office?
This is some NASA cunt writing it, yeah. It's all publicity.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
My time here
If I
has
can
been
keep
very
talking to
productive.
my mission team, I will, but I'll be signing off here soon. Thanks for staying with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's so sad if that little robot did type that. He's just left on Mars alone.
Man, I feel like when we get to Mars, there's just going to be robots everywhere. And they'll be like, holy shit. Oh, wait, they're ours.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'd ever go to Mars?
If I can come back, I would. I wouldn't go there to die.
Isn't it like a fucking stupid amount of time to go to Mars?
No, I think it's like a year and a half.
That seems like a stupid amount of time.
Not really. What were you doing a year and a half ago? This.
Yeah. Building this. The trip to Mars will take about 7 months.
Okay,
It's
no.
not too bad.
I'm a little bit off.
Yeah.
I'm about 7
Still a
months
long
off.
time. To
7 months. I could easily do that. Oh, I think
You just
in a
whinged about
spaceship-
an hour 40 plane ride.
Don't have a fucking
Leave the kids at home.
Yeah, leave the kids. Yeah, I wouldn't take the kids. Yeah. Your rocket's like an hour delayed. Can't get the lavatory work. Oh, I missed out a part in that story.
All right. What is it?
So, okay. This is why I want Adrian here to like bounce this off.
Wanna
Because we'd
call
come
him?
up with some conspiracy theories. So, they basically said the sensor was fucked and they had to fix the sensor because the toilet wouldn't flush. And then they eventually said, we can't figure it out. Go piss in the terminal, come back. So everyone did that. Took off, the plane went up, and then he did his like scheduled speech of like, oh, this is where we're heading, how long it's going to take, when we're going to land, the weather, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, turns out the toilet's working. Has a mind of its own, lol. And then...
He didn't say lol, did he?
No, but,
okay.
he kind of chuckles like, oh, this thing has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
The sensor's working. If it doesn't flush, let the flight attendant know. So it's like the whole thing was just pointless. And then Katie turns to me and is like, was there ever a problem with the toilet?
Oh.
Was there something else they didn't want to talk about?
Wow.
And I was like, yes, possibly. So I don't know. I was like,
I did feel a fifth booster shot go in my arm.
yeah. So that was
What was the
weird.
possible conspiracy?
That there was like some fucking issue. Like maybe the pilot lost his keys. I don't know. No, but I don't know. Something like more scary that like,
His
oh, our fucking our brakes, the wing brakes aren't actually working. We got to figure that out.
Yeah,
but they don't want to say that, and everyone just be like, why the fuck are we on this plane? Because we're flying. I won't say who we're flying with, but it was the lower one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, okay.
Starts with
Qantas.
no, rhymes with Virgin, but it could be anyone.
Yeah.
Let's say Ansett.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
But Mr. Branson, if you want to come on the podcast.
and explain yourself.
Yeah.
He's in space at the moment.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure they like, what are they called? The airline companies, they own their own planes, but sometimes they hire other planes.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Because this one had no branding on it. And I was
Yeah.
like, great, we got a no-frills plane. And shit's not working.
Yeah, I think they do that. I think they like subcontract flights out or some shit like that.
So yeah, I know it could have been something like I don't know, we're trying to fix the fucking landing gear or something like weird. But they knew they could fix it, but they didn't want to like. They're like, oh, the toilet's not working.
Maybe the pilot was like, "Fuck, I've left my treat bag at the Airbnb. I need to buy half an hour to get back there."
Oh, there was a pilot in the seat behind us because in his pilot outfit and everything. So he was just catching the plane to Brisbane so he could start his trek to fucking all the things that he had to fly to. And he kept like, because we're getting so delayed, he's on the phone to like his boss and shit. He's like, oh, we're delayed again. yeah, but that means you're going to have to delay the next flight, and then I'm going to have to get into a hotel, and then that's going to delay, blah, blah. And he's just going on. And I'm like tuning into his conversation. I'm like, it's the only entertainment we got right now.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where, and everyone's sitting on the plane dead silent because no one wants to talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's listening to him, and he's like, fuck it. I was like, fuck yeah. He goes, I'm getting the shits. All right, I'm getting off here. I'll stay on call to 5, but I'm going home for a fucking beer. And he literally hops up and walks out.
True.
And the person next to him is like, fuck it, I got a seat next to me, free. I'm spreading out.
Everyone clap him off.
Yeah, so this guy's going home for a beer, but he's on call still. Great.
Yeah, fuck, I need to travel soon. My mum bought me a suitcase for Christmas, and I'm like, now you're just rubbing it in.
Come to work with a briefcase.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, I do need to go somewhere soon.
Yeah. So you haven't got any crazy Christmas stories?
No, we did fuck all. We went to Nikita's family on Christmas Eve, and then my family on Christmas Day. Nothing really eventful happened other than the normal Christmas shit.
Yeah, same as I got nothing.
Trying to fucking think. Nothing's jumping out of me. Other than the pain of setting up 10,000 toys and building shit and wishing I was at work.
I had to build 2 scooters.
Build the scooters.
Yeah, it was like, so for my 3-year-old and then my 3-year-old niece, got the same scooter but like different colours.
Yeah.
So I built his one first, so if anything goes wrong, he cops it before I figured her one out. And then we left it there. So he's like, where's my scooter? I'm like, maybe next year. Yeah. Building presents Christmas Eve sucks.
I fucking hate it,
Especially when you're drunk.
Yeah. I wasn't drunk. That probably would have made it better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does suck for sure. Fucking, did you see, are you a big follower of Andrew Tate? What's your thoughts on him?
I haven't followed him at all. Like, I don't know who it is.
Don't you? Bald guy, like real.
I know, like he keeps popping up in my shit now. But I saw him and Greta had a back and forth, and she said 2 words, and like all of a sudden he's owned or some shit.
Yeah, so he got arrested.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, so he's been arrested
For what?
in a human trafficking raid at his luxury villa in Romania.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wait, what is he? He's a podcaster /
So he was basically a podcaster. He blew up on TikTok and Instagram and shit like that for saying like basically old school thoughts on how to be a man. Like I don't think it's anything that other people haven't already said, but he's really in on it, and he's like, I guess he takes it a step further because
he's doing what Jocko does, but he's a bigot
in a way. He takes it. So he says all the manly shit, which I can get on board with. That stuff's normal. But then he says shit like he went on Logan Paul's podcast and he was like talking about his girlfriend or something. And then he's like, she's not allowed to drive my cars. And Logan Paul's like, oh, why? And he's like, well, women don't drive. Like men drive. So he's real like in on that sort of shit as well.
He's too old school.
Yeah. So it's real like misogynistic, I guess.
Yeah.
But basically the whole thing came from him and Greta having their back and forth.
Yeah.
And then
this happened after that.
Yeah. So he put his reply to Greta up, and people have been searching for him in Romania.
Yeah.
He put this video up to her, and it had the fucking name of the pizza place where he had this pizza, and then the cops found where he was. So now he's been arrested.
So was he wanted? Like, did they have a warrant on him?
Yeah, apparently he's wanted in Romania. But
for what, though?
The last podcast I listened to, I forget who he was on. It might have been like the Full Sam podcast or something like that. He said he was living in Romania because it was the only place he was like safe or something.
Was he that hated?
Yeah, so I watched another video that he posted yesterday to TikTok, and he's like, this always happens in threes. He's like, first they try to cancel me. He's like, they've done that. I guarantee soon they'll try and arrest me. And like, so he posted this video yesterday, and now he's been arrested today. He's like, if they arrest me and I end up in jail, I'm a dead man. He's like, they're going to kill me. So if he fucking dies in prison, like...
Epstein.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't understand, like, what threat is he to the establishment?
Just because he's, I guess, from what I've heard, he's giving, like, young men those thoughts. And people, because of the whole woke movement and shit like that, people are like, oh, fuck him.
It's like he's teaching kids to be...
in a way, but, like, on the... So he's doing all that, and then on the other hand, like we spoke about earlier, Disney's fucking... making us watch gay characters. So
they want to feminize dudes. They want to masculinate. Is that the word? Masculinize women. Like they're trying to just turn us into this fucking ambience of nothing.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to turn us into one.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
Jocko's next. They're too scared of Jocko, man.
Jocko's coming to Australia next
Goggins.
year. They're going to get him on the podcast.
So, like, wait. So they've said he's arrested for human trafficking, but they haven't said what.
Him and his brother Tristan are both arrested for human trafficking.
You know what it would have been? Like, we like snuck a sister in the country,
Probably
and they
like
call that human trafficking. But people automatically think like underage children for sex slaves or something fucked up.
Literally, just before you rocked up, Greta fucking posted this.
Fuck, she's
retarded.
Like, she got
Greta,
downs or what? Does
know.
Greta have downs? Question of the day. Google. Okay, number one Google search next year.
Yeah.
Does Greta have downs?
Ready? Greta Thunberg has a message. This is what happens when you don't recycle your pizza boxes.
Oh my God. He hasn't finished the pizza, cunt. Yeah. Fuck her, man. I fucking hate her.
I hate her too.
And she's 22, so I can say...
Is she?
Well, she's 20.
When did she do that first fucking video?
I don't know, but she is...
I thought she was like a kid.
She has balding going on, man.
Yes.
And, like, she's got the downs.
She's got puffy eyes, eh? I don't know.
A lot of her bullshit was, like, they kept saying she's autistic. And it's like, so you're taking advantage of an autistic kid.
Fuck.
Oh, man, Greta.
But, yeah, pretty nuts. Stay tuned. We'll see if he dies.
Yeah.
He'll be fucked if he does.
Oh, man. I gotta look into who he is.
Yeah, you should.
He keeps popping up in all my feeds. I'm like, I thought he was like a UFC fighter or something.
He...
Doesn't he fight? I thought he's in the fighting...
Yeah, that was the next. So he's an ex-world kickboxing champion.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, I've seen him knock people out.
And he's teed up
with Jake Paul?
Somewhat. They've like squared off and shit like that, but there's no official. But I don't think he'll be fucking...
That's what I've seen of him. Yeah, and then all these other shit's been popping up. Yeah, okay. Shit, eh? So, like, who's arrested? Romanian...
Yeah, Romanian police.
Yeah.
We'll see. He could be fucking out in the morning and this could be a complete waste of time.
Human trafficking. Maybe he just like... Maybe he entered the country illegally and technically has trafficked himself in. And because he's a human, it's classed as human trafficking. I bet it'd be something dumb like that.
It'll be something. But fucking now that they've got him, we'll see if they let him go. We fucking... we put the feelers out.
Yeah, right.
Basically, this whole afternoon's been fucked and a shambles. So Adrian remembered he had a event, so we were one man down. So then the studio blew up randomly. We had no power in here, so I had to like pull all this wall paneling and shit like that off and rebuild this studio. That's been fucked. And then while I was sitting here waiting for Ash, Nikita and Westy started screaming because there was a fucking huntsman above their head, literally the size of my hand.
Really?
He was fucking huge. Like I was scared to catch him.
You just picked it up with your hands and took it outside?
Definitely not. So he was on the wall, and then I tried to catch him, but he shot out before I could get the container on him. He ran under the bed, so we had to fucking pull the bed out. And it's just been a fuck night. Anyway, we put a post up like an hour or two ago.
That's right, I saw that one.
If anyone had fucking any questions or something, in case Ash and I got bored. I think
we literally said to each other, we have nothing to talk about.
I think there was a couple. Fuck, this person's just done a smiley face, so we can't really talk about that.
No, let's talk about it.
Okay.
What's your opinion?
Do you like to smile?
Next question.
What's this one?
Can you see who did the questions or not?
You can, but I guess we leave them anonymous unless they fucking target us.
I suppose if they say something, yeah.
What's the most annoying thing about Xmas that people call it Xmas? Yeah, 100%.
What's yours?
I think I spoke about mine before. The the unnecessary talking to of friends and family that you don't talk to necessarily.
So, yeah, just people just popping up going, oh my God, it's Xmas.
Yeah,
Let's just...
it's that. It's the whole fucking like gift giving shit. Like, I don't know. Just can't get around Christmas for some reason. It's okay now that I've got kids, like, because they have fun.
The hassle buying presents and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I suppose last week, it's just, okay, so we've been on the island and then we have no Fox, we got no Netflix, we got nothing.
Yeah.
We just got whatever TV that fucking unit we were staying in had, and it was just find the Christmas cartoons.
Yeah.
And there was like ABC cartoons and ABC Plus or some bullshit, whatever free to air had. And it was like every Christmas cartoon that was on was the same fucking scenario.
Yeah.
It was,
what else can happen?
It was like Santa fucks up and then Santa needs some random 10-year-old who has parents that don't give a fuck where he is on Christmas Eve to save Christmas. And he does it. The end. Tune in next week when Santa's a fat, clumsy cunt again and fucks up.
Yeah. There's fucking not much else they can do with Santa.
Yeah. Christmas cartoons, man. Like, think of some bullshit that's not the same thing like every time. Yeah. That's
like
the most...
South Park.
South Park, yeah. Make Santa gay or...
Exactly.
Santa has diabetes.
Fuck Christmas. I hate Christmas.
Anyway, Christmas is the most annoying thing about Christmas.
I feel like I agree with that. Here's a good one.
I don't think we get any questions.
I don't know. I don't know if we should call this one out. Because he said multiple times he's going to come on the podcast and he hasn't fucking been here yet.
Yeah, fucking say it.
All right.
Call him out.
All right. He's another Brisbane open micer, Reed Willoughby. He wants to know, if you two were gay, who would be on the top and who would be on the bottom?
Well, I'm smaller, so I'm definitely top.
No, wait.
Wait, what?
Isn't the smaller on the bottom? Because
Why? It wouldn't be like heavy, too heavy. I suppose like, oh wow, that's a conundrum because chicks are usually smaller, so the heavier guys usually on top.
Yeah,
like missionary is the most common one, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Should I Google what is the most common?
Don't know if I want you sweating on me. Yeah, it's Google. What's the most common sex position? It has to be missionary or doggy. Like they're the two most primal, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I guess which position do you want me in? Number one is doggy, woof.
Doggy woof. They have to add that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I don't want you looking at me and I don't want to look at you.
Look at that one. Cowgirl, cowboy, cow they.
Missionary. Cow they. Cow they. Holy fuck. Did political correctness make it into sex positions? Did we just discover that?
I think so. I've never heard of that.
Cow they.
I'd be good. I'd be up for a good number 7 with you. Scissoring.
Scissor taint.
Scissor me timbers.
Scissor my taint.
Yeah.
Holy shit, cow they.
Cow they. I've never heard of that.
Cow they them.
Surely they're taking the piss.
No. Well, maybe because they wrote doggy woof.
Yeah.
What's the bottom one?
Prone boning.
What's prone boning?
I have no idea.
Let's Google that.
All right.
Okay, maybe we Google image prone boning, but maybe don't show that on the podcast. On the YouTube version anyway. Prone boning. Go images. Okay, now read out the definition, then we'll go images.
All right. The Urban Dictionary definition to prone bone is the sex position in which a girl is laying flat. Emphasize on laying completely flat on her belly with penis entry from behind. This position often enables the female to work the muscles in the region, resulting most likely in an overpleasurable time for the man involved, thus causing premature ejaculation.
What?
Used in a sentence, I nailed Lucy in prone bone last night. Oh, fuck.
Fucking Lucy, man. What a slut.
Oh, fuck, I hate Lucy.
Wow. Can you Google image that still?
Yeah, okay.
Prone. It sounds so basic, though.
Wait, what's this one? Bone prone.
Bone prone.
Blah, blah, blah. This allows the male to pin her down while he pumps his way into heaven.
Wow.
Used in a sentence, Be right back. I'm going to go jerk off now.
What?
Okay. I don't know. Let's go to images.
Okay. Yeah. Prone bone images.
Now we're just looking at porn together.
Isn't that? Oh, wait. It's one step closer to us doing it.
Yeah. We're going to have to turn the cameras off.
Yeah. Isn't that just... So it's doggy, but her laying down?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I just got a raging clue.
Same. Lucky this table's here.
Oh, fuck.
So what was the answer to the question? What was the question? Oh,
Which one of us is top and which one of us is bottom?
Well, I mean, the prone bone. I'd go bottom. Oh, no, I don't know. No, actually top because... Wait, are you gay if you penetrate or are you gay if you penetrated?
I forget the rule.
Maybe you're both
It's been
gay.
so long.
Is there more questions or is that it?
There's just weird fucking like smiley faces and emojis and shit like that. So
Cop-outs.
thanks for the Christmas one and the fucking gay question, Reed.
Yeah.
Maybe you can come in and justify which one of us you'd like on top.
Maybe if we're in a threesome,
Yeah.
where you'd be.
Yep.
What was his name again?
Reed.
Reed.
Yeah. If that is your real name. Oh, fuck. All right. Let's call it.
Let's do it.
All right. Hopefully we got Adrian back and maybe a guest next week.
Reed.
Yeah. See you later.